All right, good morning. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Easy Like Sunday Morning podcast. I am your host, Charles Watson, and happy Sunday to everyone today. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Let me go ahead and pause that theme music, our Rock Angel theme music, which is always awesome. But hey, good morning again. And today our topic is how to become a social media influencer. You know, according to Pixley, a social media influencer is a user on social media who has established credibility in a specific industry. A social media influencer has access to an audience and can persuade others by virtue of their authenticity and reach. And the quickest way to become an influencer or a personal brand is to share what you've learned about life or any specific topic in the world, any accomplishment you've had or any obstacle you've overcome. You take that knowledge and information, you package it so that other people find it useful and valuable. And that's basically what being a social media influencer is. You know, one of the biggest injustices that we as individuals we place on ourselves is the limiting belief that our personal story, our personal struggles, our accomplishments don't matter. We tend to devalue our positions in life and what we know. And I think most of us do this because we exercise, humbleness and humility. I think most often people ask themselves, why, who am I to be the expert? Who am I? What do I know? I'm just some person that's gone through some things. I'm not special. Nobody really cares about what I have to say. I mean, if that sounds familiar, then I'm talking to you because I'm here to tell you that what we know and our life experiences, our obstacles and our trials, those over time turn out to be our greatest assets. So, how do you get your message out there and start to build a business or brand that people trust, value, and yes, makes you money? I've got 3 tips to get you started. Good morning, Anthony. The first tip I have for you is that if you're going to decide to be a social media influencer and you're going to decide to start sharing your knowledge, your how-to knowledge, your experiences, and let me give you a couple examples of this. And we'll use Anthony as an example. If you're a photographer and you have experience and you're successful as a photographer, one way that you could monetize your message and that you could serve others in a community is to teach beginners how to become a photographer. When we first started out doing this and on social media, I had absolutely no idea how to use a camera. I didn't even know what camera to buy. I didn't know what camera was best. I knew how to turn a camera on, how to point and click. So I had to go out and I had to learn that. And the first thing I did was I reached out to friends and people in my social circle that are professional photographers, and I asked for their advice. That advice was valuable to me, and it's also valuable to other people. So if you want to do this, the first thing you need to do is be consistent. Consistency is key in social media marketing. For your audience to recognize your brand, you must be consistent. Being consistent in your brand allows you to grow in audience engagement and reach. And I think an important thing here is don't be scattered in what you share via social media. Show what you know and share what your audience will find relevant to their lives. The goal here is to be relevant and authentic. And according to Facebook Blueprint Creative Best Practices, they basically tell you that you need to create content that really engages and really hooks people on one of the following levels. Content that makes you cry, content that makes you surprised, laugh, or provokes or educates. Focus on the things that helps you figure out the problems of your specific topic and your specific niche. So again, we're going to use the photographer model. If you're a photographer and you were just starting out, what are some obstacles that you encountered early on and some things that you needed to know? Talk about the learning curve that you had to go through. And this is valuable information and this is valuable content. And people that are looking to be photographers or want to get into photography, this is going to serve them. They're going to want to consume your information. They're going to want to consume your content, and they're going to want to be taught. So make sure that your content enriches the lives of your followers and your community. The goal here is to elicit a response from your audience. You want to naturally draw them in and get them to engage with the content that you create and share. So that's number one, consistent. Be consistent. The second tip I have for you on how to become a social media influencer is leverage the different social media types. Today, more than ever, we live in a 24-hour-a-day society. People are on different schedules, and their time, which is our most valuable resource. Our most valuable resource is time, because we only have a finite amount of time. It's limited. There's only 24 hours in a day. So our resource of time is short. Work, school, gym, baseball practice, kickball league, projects, homework, the list goes on and on. So to have the best chance of success, your content needs to exist on multiple platforms and in multiple formats so that your community, your followers, your potential customers can consume your content on their own schedule. Good morning, John. Remember, it's not about you. You are not the hero of your story. You are not the hero of your brand or business. Your audience, your customer, your target market is. And you have to make yourself and your content available 24 hours a day across different social platforms so that they can consume you on their schedule. The easier you make it for your target audience to find you and integrate you into their lives, the faster you will grow. And in order to accomplish this, I want you guys to focus on 3 modalities that people prefer, 3 ways that people usually and typically consume content. The first one is they can read, right? So you can do things like write an ebook or make blog posts or write a journal, or you can transcribe lectures or workshops that you have done. So one modality is reading. Some people really prefer to read at the end of a long day. You have to make that available to them. The second modality or way in which people can consume your content is they can listen to you. They can listen to your podcast, they can listen to your audiobook, or they can listen to audio training courses. They can even listen to a podcast like I'm doing right now. You might not be watching me at this precise moment. You might just have it on as background noise. You might just have it on as listening. So audio is another huge modality. I know myself, I love to listen to audio CDs when I drive. It takes me about an hour each day to get to and from work. And rather than listen to the radio, which is mostly advertising anyway, I love to pop in an Audible book or a audio CD and listen and consume content from my favorite creators while I'm driving in my car. So listen is number 2. And number 3 is watch, like we're doing right now. And this can be in the form of online video. You can make DVD series or home study courses. There's a lot of websites out there like Udemy, Yes Course, Stack Social. These are just a couple websites that allow you as a content creator to generate like a lesson plan or tutorial videos and host those on those platforms, and people can purchase your training courses. So watch. That is the third. You want to make sure that you're incorporating all these types of modalities to make it easier for your audience to find you. And what type of modality or what type of way that people are consuming content is most popular in your niche? I recommend you do some research on your topic. Who are the leading photographers in the industry? Who are the leading online marketers in your industry? Who are the biggest like beauty gurus in the industry? Watch those people, look them up, follow them, study them, and then mirror what they are doing. All right? What avenues or platforms are they using to deliver their message? How are people responding? Pay attention and mimic those who are already successful. Now, I'm not saying steal their copy or, plagiarize their content or anything like that. But, if someone has already been successful in your topic, then you can pretty much look to the content that they're generating and the steps that they took to get there. And it's almost guaranteed that if you follow those footsteps, you're going to be successful too. All right. Reaching out to your audience directly. And another way that, and this was the last one that I put in here, is another way you can is just ask your audience, hey, what do you guys want? Do you guys enjoy my podcast? Do you want me to do audio? Do you want me to do more videos? Where do you enjoy consuming my content the most? Is it Facebook? Is it YouTube? Is it Instagram? Is it Twitter? Is it Pinterest? The list goes on and on. So get involved. And that kind of rolls into tip number 3, and that is engage and build a community. And I've said this more than one time. I don't know why we have reached a place or a trend on social media in this day and age where the bigger you get and the more following and popular you become, the less you interact with your customer base, the less you interact with your community. This is a horrible practice, and this is a terrible injustice that you are doing to your small business. This is a terrible injustice that you are doing to your community. Today's social media audience, they just want more. The consumer, the customer, the client, they have evolved. Today, they want direct contact with a business or a brand. They want to know that they are important. They want to know that they have a voice. They want to know that they matter. They want to know that you as your business or you as your brand, you care about them and that you are there for them when they need a solution to one of their problems, right? They want to know that you have their back. People spend money with personalities and people that they trust. One of the best ways to build this trust and loyalty is to build a community around your brand, products, or services. Society, like I said, today teaches that all of us matter, we all have a voice, and that we all have a right to be heard. As a social media influencer, if you're not meeting this need for your customers and your target audience, then you're falling way short of the mark. So how do you get involved? How do you build a community? It's pretty easy and it's pretty simple. It's not hard, it's just time consuming. But if it's important to you, you have to make the time to do this. You need to respond to comments. Get your hands dirty. I've said this many times here at Expert Influencer Academy. Get your hands dirty. Get in those comments. Respond to comments. Create groups around your products or brands, private groups where people feel inclusive. People feel that they matter, that they have an insider's track, inside information into your brand and product. Getting into the day-to-day public chatter of your community is perfect for bringing people together, getting them fired up, and in the end, basically what you're doing is you're recruiting ambassadors for your brand and your products that are going to go out and they're going to champion your business. They're going to champion your products. They're going to champion your brand. We all know the devastating consequences of word of mouth advertising, right? It can actually be really, really good, or it can be really, really bad. As a brand, as an influencer, and as a business, it is your job to make sure that the word of mouth is really, really good. That's super important. Okay. And the fourth tip that I have for you guys is eventually people are going to want to meet you in person. If you become a social media influencer at some point in your journey, your audience, your followers, your customers, they're going to want to connect with you or your brand on a deeper level. It's just the natural way humans work, right? Let's take a band, for example. So you hear a song from a band on the radio and you really like that song, you really relate to that song. So the next logical step is maybe you purchase that band's CD, right? So now you went from liking one song to liking, 12 to 15 of their songs. You invested into their CD and you might listen to that, but then one day you find out that this band is coming into your town to perform a live concert. And what do? You buy concert tickets and you go see that band because you feel connected to them. You feel grounded to them. They make you feel special and important, and you want to invest in that brand and physically go and see them in person. So as you grow, people eventually are going to want to meet you. And this provides a great opportunity to develop a more in-depth, personal, deep dive opportunity for your audience. Getting out to conventions and events that are based in your target niche is one of the fastest ways to grow your base, right? You're shaking hands, you're mingling, you're handing out business cards. People are going to your social media accounts right then and there. They're following you, they're giving you a like. This is one of the fastest ways to grow your business, to grow your brand, and to spread awareness that you exist. People love to be able to put a face to a brand or product. Like I said, it makes them personally invested in you, and the face-to-face time is absolutely invaluable for everyone involved, right? You get to get direct feedback from a customer. They get to get direct feedback from someone that they support, a brand that they love. So get out, be seen, and collaborate with others in your niche. Most content creators and most market creators, they love working with other creators. They love collaborating together. This is a great way to generate content. This is a great way to brainstorm new ideas and new opportunities, and then in most cases, it's a great way to reach a wider audience, because most of the time, anyone that we work with, we will share that content, and we will share their credentials and their social media links, and we will share their brand across our platforms. People will also do that for you. So this is a great way to promote and get your name out to a wider audience. And guys, in closing, I just want to tell you that being a social media influencer takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and determination. But I want to tell you that the good news is that in today's world, there are hundreds of thousands of people that this is a real career and a real industry. Everyday authors, mentors, life coaches, personal trainers, speakers, entrepreneurs, consultants, online marketers, just to name a few. They are all out there from all over the world sharing their message, enriching a community, and yes, making money and eventually making a living doing it. And I'm going to tell you, if they can do it, you can do it too. Everyone has a message. I always say this, everyone has a message to share. And for every message that's out there, there is an audience waiting to hear it. If you follow these 4 tips laid out here, this will give you a boost and will point you in the right direction to get started. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in this week. I hope you guys found some value in this video. Thank you so much. If you did, please give it a like and a share. And don't forget to check out our website, expertinfluenceracademy.com. If you like this video, we have tons more information on our website about starting an online business, building a brand, taking your business further, increasing your reach. It is all there at expertinfluenceracademy.com. Check it out. Thank you so much, and we will see you next week.